Andrés Manuel López Obrador, also known by his initials AMLO, is a Mexican politician serving as the current president of Mexico since the 1st of December 2018. Born in Tepatitlán, in the municipality of Macuspana, in the southeastern state of Tabasco, López Obrador graduated from the National Autonomous University of Mexico in 1986 following a hiatus from his studies to participate in politics. He earned a bachelor's degree in political science. He began his political career in 1976 as a member of the Institutional Revolutionary Party, which he led until 2017. Often described as a center-left progressive Democrat and economic nationalist, López Obrador has been a national politician for more than 3 decades. Critics have claimed that his administration has stumbled in its response to the COVID-19 pandemic in Mexico and attempts to deal with drug cartels and other crime, and that the economy had already faltered even before the pandemic. López Obrador was born in Tepatitlán, a small village in the municipality of Macuspana, in the southern state of Tabasco, on the 13th of November 1953. He is the firstborn son of Andrés López Ramón and Manuela Obrador González, Tabasco and Veracruz-based merchants. His younger siblings include José Ramón, José Ramiro, Pedro Arturo, Pio Lorenzo, and twins Candelaria Beatriz and Martin Jesus. His maternal grandfather José Obrador Revuelta was a Cantabrian who arrived as an exile to Mexico from Ampuero, Spain, while his maternal grandmother Ursula González was the daughter of Asturians through his paternal grandparents. López Obrador is also of indigenous and African descent. López Obrador attended the only elementary school in town, the Marcos A. Becerra School, named after the poet of the same name. In the afternoons he helped his parents at the La Posadita store. He started middle school in Macuspana but finished it in the state capital, Villahermosa. As in the mid-1960s the family moved, where they also opened a clothes and shoes store called Novedades Andrés. On the 8th of June 1969, when he was 15 years old, his brother José Ramón López Obrador was killed by a gunshot to the head. According to George Zepeda Patterson's Los Aspirants 2018, José Ramón found a pistol, played with it, and it slipped out of his hands, firing a bullet into his head. The Tabasco newspapers Rumbo Nuevo, Diario de Tabasco, and Diario Presente presented a story where they were both playing around with the pistol and that Andrés Manuel fired it by accident. According to Zepeda Patterson, Andrés Manuel became taciturn, much more thoughtful, following the incident. López Obrador went on to finish high school and, at age 19, went to Mexico City to study at the National Autonomous University of Mexico. He studied political science and public administration at the UNAM from 1973 to 1976. He returned to school to complete his education after having held several positions within the government of Tabasco and the administration of the Institutional Revolutionary Party. In 1987, he received his degree in political science and public administration after the presentation of his thesis, Preseo de Formación del Estado Nacional en México 1821-1867. He lived in the Casa del Estudiante Tabasco during his college years, on Violeta Street in the Guerrero neighborhood of Mexico City. The institution was financed by the administration of the governor of Tabasco, Mario Trujillo Garcia, by the efforts of the poet Carlos Pellicer, whom López Obrador began to discuss with. There was empathy between the two because the young man raised his concern for the Chontal Maya. After their meeting, the poet invited him to his campaign to obtain a seat in the Senate during the 1976 elections. His university professor, Enrique González Pedrero, was another figure that influenced López Obrador's political trajectory. After attending school from 1973 to 1976, he returned to his native Tabasco where he held various government positions as well as being a professor at the Juárez Autonomous University of Tabasco. During his stint, he met Rocio Beltrán Medina, a sociology student, who suggested that he embrace the progressive wing within the PRI. They eventually married on the 8th of April 1978. They had 3 sons. José Ramón López Beltrán. Beltrán Medina died on the 12th of January 2003 due to respiratory arrest caused by lupus, from which she had been suffering for several years. On the 16th of October 2006 he married Beatriz Gutiérrez Müller, who had worked in the Mexico City government during his tenure as head of government of Mexico City. Together they have 1 son, Jesús Ernesto. During his first presidential run, there were reports identifying López Obrador as a Protestant. In a television interview, he self-identified as a Roman Catholic, although in March 2018, he declared, "When I am asked what religion I adhere to, I say that I am a Christian, in the broadest sense of the word, because Christ is love and justice is love." López Obrador has held a variety of nicknames.